Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I had a gentleman, Mr. Charles Dudley, ask for a little bit more information on the 1086, so I thought I'd go over into a little bit more detail than I have in previous videos. I don't know that much about it. I don't know the year model. I don't know the exact horsepower rating of it. We traded a couple of show tractors for this machine at the beginning of the reclaim. Wasn't really looking for something this big, but it was what worked out at the particular time, and so far so good with it. Haven't had any major issues. It does need a few odds and ends. I had to rewire the alternator to get it to charge. The water pump is in need of replacement. It's got a little bit of play in it, not leaking or anything, nothing bad, but I'm going to try to get to that before springtime gets here and do all this plowing and disking and whatnot. Got quite a bit of rust in it. I'm not sure. Battery boxes are pretty rusty. The doors have been repaired and patched. All the glass in it is gone. Everything is plexiglass except for the windshield. Thank goodness there's no cracks in it, no busts in that. So it's very aggravating when the sun shines. This glare, you can see someone's tried to clean it and just scratch the plexiglass all to pieces. But like I said, she's not a beauty queen by any means. I've looked back at some of the videos and I don't think the video does justice to it as far as actually how rough the body is. But mechanically it seems to be A1. It's had the quick connects changed from the International style over to the Pioneer. The offsets are a little bit different on the wheels and tires. I've got to address that. This one here, the wheel is offset to the inside and the axle is a little different, and that one's offset to the outside. Just haven't addressed that yet. The lights do work, believe it or not. This was a tire that we got honey locust thorns in back in the summer. Me and a buddy of mine pulled it off the rim on the tractor, pulled all the thorns out, put a new tube in it, put it back together. That was a chore, but so far so good. Haven't had any issues since then. It's got your normal leaks. The brake seals in the pedals leak a little bit. No major oil leaks, doesn't really burn any oil. Smokes a little bit every once in a while, but I think that mainly comes from the fact that it just doesn't get used as much as it should. There's a lot more idling and putting around than what this tractor's made to do. Weight bracket on the front did not come with any weights. That's probably something I'm going to have to invest in as time goes along. Tires are fair, nothing to write home about. They hold air. This one goes down after about 3 or 4 days. I know there's several thorns in it. I've actually got the tube. I just haven't taken the time to pull it off yet and do that. That's on the agenda before spring. Does have the issue that all of them do, or some of them do, is the injection pump seeping out from under this cover here. They say it's an O-ring in there that goes bad, but if they sit outside, they're prone for the aluminum in the injection pump to pit. So I'm not sure what I'm going to get into there, if O-ring is going to be able to fix that, or I'm going to have to go a different route. But right now it's running, and until it starts spraying fuel out really bad, I'm probably going to leave it alone. The air conditioner compressor's on it. There's no heat or air in it at all. I don't think it would make much difference if there was. The cab's pretty rusty. Like I said, she's not a beauty queen. There's some rust there. The doors don't seal. I did add a master battery switch back in the summer. It needs some rewiring. I've got a new water temperature gauge I got to put in it, and the tach doesn't work, of course. The TA here, I'm not even going to get into that. The TA works in the position that it's in. That's as much as I'm going to say. That's a controversial subject. I do have the cover, of course, off the shifter mechanism here. It does have the typical International issues with a slop in the shifting mechanism, and it loves to lock itself in between gears. When I first got it, I had quite a bit of trouble with it, but so the seat is just sitting on there. It's not bolted down, so I can pull the seat up easily in the field and get a screwdriver in there and pop the linkages out if I need to. But since I've used it quite a bit, I've gotten used to shifting it the way it needs to be, and really haven't had any trouble with that in several months. So some more rust there. Like I said, she's not a beauty queen by any means. Plexiglass windows, the cab, everything's gone out of the cab, the insulation and everything, vents, whatnot. Nothing works in there. But that's not what I bought it for. I bought it to use, and it never fails to start. Fires up every time. and does what I need it to do so far. So we shall see what spring brings and tillage with it goes. Did pretty good the other day. When I first got it, I did have to put a turbo on it. It was pretty wore out. The seals were bad. Smoked quite a bit. I just went ahead and bought a new turbo, put that on there, did the muffler delete, and put a new straight pipe on it. I love the sound of it. So all in all, it's a good machine. Again, it was the first piece that we bought during the reclaim process here, and of course you've seen it in a previous video, put it straight on the 14-foot John Deere Gyromore bush hog, and away we went, and it never missed a beat. So other than the tire issues, and of course the batteries go dead, the same ones that's been in it since I got it, and it charges, but they just won't hold a charge. I just haven't been in the budget yet to replace the batteries. So anyway, I hope this answers your questions, Mr. Dudley. If you any other information you want to know about it that I can answer, feel free to drop it in the comments, and I'll do the best I can. Basically here, whatever works. I'm not preferential to brand or color. I've had John Deere's in the past. Show tractors were John Deere, some of them were Fords. I do love International. It is what it is. Everybody's got their own opinion about the 86 series with the cab forward versus the 66 series, but it does fine for me. So I hope this answers all your questions. If anybody else has got anything or information you want to add to it, help me out, injection pump or anything else, please feel free to drop it down in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Share the video with anybody you feel comfortable with. Thumbs up if you like the content. Until next time, thank you.